Are they like right now? Hello, I'm Ada Perfumes and welcome to my channel. Here we talk about all things perfume, beauty and lifestyle. So today we're doing the battle of the dupes. We're gonna be going with this or that, the actual fragrance and the fragrance it's inspired by. Because there's so many perfumes that are inspired by one perfume, I have a couple of them. We'll touch on that today. Let's go ahead and delve right in. Starting with one of the houses that inspires a lot of other houses, or you get a lot of dupes for. This Kayali, one of those fragrance brands that once they release one, give the dupe perfume houses 2 business days. They're gonna have one right out the door for you to try out. So I have Kayali Yum Pistachio Gelato, which there was so much around this one. Halfway through the bottle, I didn't even realize that. But anyways, I'm gonna go over perfumes that were inspired by this or smell similar to this. Some of these perfumes, maybe they did not even like say, you know, were inspired by this, but the color, the way it smells, the notes makes me think, okay, maybe you were inspired by this. So this is the main perfume. This is Kayali Yum Pistachio Gelato. This is said to have pistachio gelato, hazelnut, sweet rum, whipped cream, marshmallow and cotton candy. When this came out, there was a whole discourse about it because I think it got released before the actual date it needed to be released. I like it. I think it smells like pistachio. I really feel like over time, once I let this actually sit, I start to get that gelato. I really start to get that pistachio, and that's when I truly enjoyed this. When I first got it, I feel like I got the pistachio, but not as much as when it actually sat, and I'm starting to enjoy it more. This retails for, I'm gonna put the price right here. It smells good. It's the same price that most Kayali perfume. It smells good. Honestly, if you have this fragrance, let it sit and then pick it back up because it smells really good. This was one of the first, I wouldn't say the first prominent pistachio scent, but I feel like Kayali has such a huge influence in the fragrance world that once they really get into a note and people get into it, a lot of other brands really start to go with that. At least a lot of the dupe brands really start to go with that. This pistachio scent, pistachio and ice cream, that was the first, at least that was the first pistachio and ice cream scent that I personally smelled, and I thought it smelled absolutely amazing. Let's go into the dupes. Yeah, we're gonna start with Cadillage Trust. This is what it looks like. Right, this has notes of vanilla, bergamot, jasmine, raspberry, pistachio, caramel, sandalwood, tonka, musk. I do want to point out the fact that the pistachio is not one of the top notes. The pistachio here is actually a middle note, and this has a prominent raspberry scent. The first time I smelled this, I was like, this smells nothing. It smelled nothing like pistachios, because pistachio gelato has this really sweet opening to it. It's sweet. It's gelato. It's given very much ice cream. But this, when you smell it, I feel like you majorly will get like, it's also sweet, but it's always like more on the citrusy and tart part because of the raspberry as well. So I feel like the intention with this, it had the caramel, it has the vanilla, it has the jasmine, it has the tonka, but it did not come out to be as sweet as pistachio gelato. Now this is definitely an affordable option. I feel like they tried to do that ice cream part of it, which I don't know, they didn't note any of that. Maybe with the bergamot to make it a little citrusy, but when this does dry down on my skin, at least now that I'm smelling it, it doesn't smell as tart as the first time I actually sprayed it. The first time I sprayed it, I got a lot of the raspberry that dried out. Now it doesn't smell that way. I feel like it's leaning more towards the way this smells. So while I'm gonna put the price of this on the screen, I'm gonna put the price of this. Do I say they smell exactly alike? No. That's the one thing about dupe. No, they don't smell exactly alike. But does this smell similar to it? Yes. If you wanted something that smelled exactly like pistachio gelato, I would not recommend this. But if you wanted a good pistachio scent that smells kind of like pistachio gelato, then I would put this in front. Now, there's also like a quality thing with this one. By the 5th hour, I feel like I don't get the pistachio anymore. Like it's bye pistachio, and it's just like alcohol and a little bit of the raspberry and sandalwood. So I'm not sure this is one that I would put forward as the best dupe for this. I have heard that this perfume right here, from Care, I believe, I may be wrong, but I'm gonna put the picture. I heard this smells a lot more similar to Yum Pistachio, and that the pistachio in this is definitely more prominent. I have not tried that one yet, but I have tried this one, and I will say to each its own. It depends on what you're looking for with your pistachio. I feel like it does give a little bit of almost like that ice cream like feel that the gelato has with it, that I don't think you get any of the marshmallow. This is missing the marshmallow, the rum, the cotton candy. So the sweetness, you really don't get that sweetness with it. You get more of the tartness. Well, as it dries down, you get the caramel, you get the vanilla, but it's still not the same. Is it a good dupe? I think it's an okay dupe for it. Let's be honest, it's an okay dupe. You get the pistachio. I don't like the fact that the pistachio is not consistent, because I feel like that's the selling point. So if by the second, third hour I can no longer smell the pistachio, you've lost me, so to say. So this is an okay alternative for it for me. But the best part is I have another. Yeah, there were quite a bit. This is Minia Green by Paris Corner, and I feel like I've been talking about this one quite a bit. And this is what it looks like, and this is by Paris Corner, and this is actually the first one down this line. I think I tried the coconut one and I was like, not really a fan of that. But this also came in the whole green packaging to let us know it has pistachio, because I think that's the thing now. So top notes here, we have pistachio and almond. Heart notes, we have jasmine, eleutherope, and cashmere. Base note, we have sandalwood, vanilla, salted caramel. Are you seeing the little similarities here? But one thing this does not have, it does not have cotton, or they did not state that it has cotton candy, whipped cream, or even rum. But I like this. I would not say this is a dupe for it, but this has pistachio that is consistent. With this, you actually get pistachio and almond. So that's another thing that young pistachio has. It has like a nutty feel to it because of the hazelnut. Instead of the hazelnut, this has more of the almond in it to give it that nutty feel. So I feel like with this, you actually do get that nutty part to it, and you actually get pistachio. Like, if I'm gonna buy something that you're marketing for the pistachio, let me get the pistachio. With this, you actually do get the pistachio, and I do like that part of it. The pistachio is prominent. This does not last long either, so I'm gonna compare the longevity of all three. But just to focus on the scent, this does have a sweetness to it. It does have salted caramel, vanilla, and sandalwood, so it's quite sweet. And I like that. I want a pistachio that is sweet and is consistently staying pistachio. Now, taking this three, right? These are the two affordable options. I actually believe that this one is more affordable than this. For some reason, this one started getting really expensive. This is more affordable. Actually, no, let me confirm that. I think, because I'm on the page. No. They're about the same price. I spoke too soon. They're about the same price. But I'd say this cheap. I think these goes on sale a lot, so you can get it for a really affordable price. But I know this one, the price stays consistent most time. But if I was to pick between those two, the one that smells the most similar, I may actually go with this one, because with this you actually get pistachio and you get that nutty part to it, and it is sweet, which is what young pistachio was going for, or which is what I was going for when I got young pistachio. I wanted a sweet pistachio scent with a nutty undertone to it, and that's what you get with this. It's definitely more tart, more of the raspberry, and you don't get pistachio consistently through. So I would go for this one. Now, when it comes to longevity though, this actually lasts way longer than this. While you do consistently keep getting the pistachio, this projection, no. But longevity, it's there. It's there, like 45 hours, and that's it. It's here for a good time, not a long time. This is here for a long time. It's gonna last for quite a while on your clothes, on your skin, but you're not just gonna be getting pistachio. That's the only problem. So I would rather go for the one where I'm actually getting the pistachio and overspray it. So in this battle of the dupes, this guy is coming on top. Baccarat. So we all know Baccarat. I love Baccarat. You either love it or you hate it. But let's go over the note before I show the dupe or supposed dupe. So this has saffron, it has jasmine, amberwood, ambergris, it has edion, ferrotin, cedar, sugar. Oh, I didn't know it had sugar. I love perfumes with sugar, and Bruxen and oak musk. I love this, and we're gonna go straight into the perfume that, you know, it was inspired by Baccarat for. Okay, so the notes are so similar, it's wild. This is what it looks like. This has saffron, bergamot, coconut, violet, jasmine, driftwood, patchouli, sandalwood, and vanilla. I'm gonna try to put the notes side by side, because what are we talking about? Now for this one, I actually have great things to say. This is one of the few inspired by that I think smells really. La Prestige Gold actually really does smell like Baccarat Rouge in my opinion. I feel like it's one of the few inspired by that I really enjoy. The saffron does come through. You really get the bergamot, you get the vanilla, you get the sandalwood. It smells so similar. Now the only thing is, once it does start to dry down and stay on your skin for a while, it starts to smell synthetic. Like, I'm so sorry, like I love it, and I have said before that this is the best inspired by that I have tried, since this is so affordable compared to the other one. But I was not expecting to actually try it and get the exact same thing as the one that is $350 compared to this price right here. It really does give you that Baccarat DNA. It really gives you that like dupe feel to it, but after a few hours it does start to, you know, feel a little synthetic. And I feel, personally for me, I feel the longevity is not as good as Baccarat 540. I'm sorry, that's just my opinion. I just feel like it's not, it's dupe, but it's not duping as well. But it's still one of the best inspired by fragrances I've tried, and I actually really enjoy it. Once again, a Kayali perfume. And yeah, look, this was actually customized for me. It says added perfumes. But anyways, this is Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar. And everyone was really excited for this, because what do you mean? A perfume that smells like candy? And this has candied pear, it has sweet violet, bubblegum, white caramel, rock sugar, vanilla cream. I was at the, you know, launch of this one in my city, and I really enjoy it. This is a great fragrance. It's sweet. It really does give you that rock sugar. Everyone that, you know, smells, if you've had the rock sugar like candy, everyone will tell you yes, it really does give you that rock sugar candy, and it retails for what all Kayali perfume retails for. And then sometime after it was released, we had another very pink perfume, and obviously, and it was Lattafa, and you know, Lattafa has a track record if we're being honest. So everyone was at that point wondering, does this smell like rock sugar, rock sugar, rock sugar? Now, I was also at the launch party of this one. I was also at the launch party of this. Now, I like the Yara line, so I was really excited to be there. And also, this was also customized for me. It says Ade. But I'm going to go over the notes of this one. This has black currant, it has green tangerine, it has strawberry fizz, it has strawberry fizz candy, it has gardenia, vanilla, amber, musk, and sandalwood. This, I kept getting watermelon. And I'm standing next to the actual, like, team for, and I'm like, are you sure there's no watermelon in this? Because to me, I feel like I'm getting watermelon. Are you guys not just telling us what's in there? I kept getting watermelon, but I guess it's the strawberry fizz candy. This is sweet. And this smells really good. Do I think this smells really similar to this? Not really. Not really. The only reason everyone keeps saying they're so similar to each other is because they both smell like candy. However, this smells like a very specific type of candy in that it has the hair and it's more of like raw candle. It has that bubblegum feel to it. This to me is giving more watermelon, strawberry fizz, juicy watermelon. The longevity on rock sugar, for me, funny enough, I don't think it lasts that long on my skin. Of all their perfumes, this is one that actually does not perform well. I think I just need to let it sit a little bit more. I think that gives me like 4 hours. This doesn't perform that great on my skin either. After a few hours, it's like the funny thing, it just feels like it dissipated, like it was never there. That's the vibe this gives. But if we're focusing on just the candy feel of what they were advertised to be, you do get that strawberry fizz candy, you do get that watermelon, and it's quite prominent in this one. I think this is a great scent on its own. It smells good, it's delicious, it smells like candy. Is it a dupe for that? I would say it's a little bit lower on the okay bar for it. And I think together, like individually, I feel like they're scents that can stand on their own and they smell good on their own. Are they like right now? No. I don't know who made that comparison, but no, I don't think one can replace the other. I don't think there's no 99. No, if there's any similarity scale, both of them will have. Maybe if Kayali's 100, then maybe like Yara Candy smells maybe 65, 70, close to it, just because they both have that candy-like undertone to both of them. So let's talk about Angel Share. Oh, my baby Angel Share, my baby. Anyways, this is Angel Share by Kilian, and this is what it looks like. We all know this is the one of those prominent cinnamon scent. Oh, I love the cinnamon in this. It's a boozy cinnamon. Angel Share has recently become one of my absolute favorite scents, just because I found out how to wear it best. But For the battle of the dupes today, we're going to be comparing it. So this has cognac, it has cinnamon, tonka bean, oak, hedion, vanilla, praline, sandalwood, and candied almond. This was one of the first like prominently cinnamon scents that we got, so everyone went crazy, everyone loves it. For those that love cinnamon in perfumes, it was, you know, a masterpiece to really behold. Now, the first scent that came out in that kind of like shade was like Latafa. Well, I told you they were notorious for that. It was Latafa Camera. Now, I love Latafa Camera. This is one of those could be dupes that I love, like hands down, toes down, body down, everything down. I stand for Camera by Latafa because I love the way it smells. So I'm gonna go over the notes real quick. This has cinnamon, it has nutmeg, it has dates, praline, tuberose, mahonial, bergamot, vanilla, tonka bean, amberwood, myrrh, benzoin, akigala wood. Now you will notice that a lot of the boozy notes in Angel Share is not in this one. This is a sweeter cinnamon. I love the cinnamon. Like, look at the date. The cinnamon in this, to me, I think it's beautiful. The dates give it this sweet quality. This would last hours and hours and hours and hours on your skin. It's just so beautiful. I feel like Latafa has a lot of good perfumes, but this is probably on my top 3 from them, if not number 1. Okay, I love this. I think they actually took their time in making this. Now, obviously, they were shading with doing the bottle like this when you know fully well Angel Share's bottle is like this. So obviously, everyone ran to the conclusion, or, you know, jumped, better still, into the conclusion that this is a dupe for this. I don't think so. I think this is I think they smell similar in that they both have cinnamon and they're both a little sweet, but this is definitely more boozy and this is definitely more on the sweeter side. For me, the longevity of this is actually better than this. This, it lasts long. Like, you're gonna smell, you're gonna be getting whiffs, but this guy is beast mode. This guy does not joke. This guy does not play. Camera by Latafa is just chef's kiss. The cinnamon is beautiful. It's gorgeous. Now, I have another perfume in the battle of dupes with Angel Share that is coming to play. This is Sweet Evan by Goth Orchid. And you know, it looks like Angel Share as well, but this has, they said it opens with notes of cocoa and hazelnut and bright burst of orange to add refreshing zest, balancing the sweetness with a citrusy twist. It has heart notes of amber and cashmere, and then it has musk, sandalwood, tonka, and vanilla. You know what? This one, I don't know why people even compared it as a dupe. It opens with cocoa. There's no cinnamon in it. The only thing that I think was ever dupey about, like, similar is just the bottle. But the bottle is pretty though. Look at that. It's, wow, it doesn't sound, I don't smell the cocoa like that, to be honest. You know, I smell the cocoa a little bit. I smell the cocoa a little bit, but this has, to be honest, let's stop comparing this to Angel Share. It doesn't even have cinnamon, which at this point it's the requirement to be considered as similar to Angel Share. So we're gonna leave this guy to the side. This is my fave, Delina Exclusif. I love me a good powdery rose scent, and you know that's exactly what Delina gives. The bottle, I feel like the major thing about Delina Exclusif, we don't talk about it, it's very feminine and very soft. You know, it really makes you feel like you're in a soft, feminine, treat me gentle era, and that is everything and more. Like, it has notes of lychee, I don't know, anyway it's pronounced. It has pear, bergamot, grapefruit, pink pepper, Turkish rose, argwood, incense, vanilla, amber, woody notes, musk, vetiver, everyone. I normally don't like incense in perfumes, but I really enjoyed this one. I can't even lie. I really enjoyed the Delina Exclusif. I feel like I'm halfway through the bottle. It's just such a gorgeous, beautiful scent, and I have 2 perfumes that smell very similar to it. Starting with Cadillac Rose Couture. I feel like Cadillac at this point is getting the same reputation as Latafa been notorious for, you know, being inspired by at this point. So, but this has citrusy bergamot, it has lychee, it has pear, it has Turkish rose. They didn't even change anything. It has Turkish rose, it has agarwood, it has incense, it has cedarwood, vanilla. You know what? They didn't change anything. All the notes are the same notes that Delina Exclusif. And you know, them not changing anything, I would say this is probably the perfume that I think smells the closest to Delina Exclusif. It really does smell like it. This is on that 90 something projectile on smell, not on how it sits on my skin. It really gives that Delina Exclusif vibe. You get the Turkish rose, you get that powdery part to it. Now, what you don't, it's really very similar. I was about to say something, I'm like, no, it just hit me now. It's really very similar to Delina Exclusive in how it smells. What you don't get though is that longevity. So let me rephrase that. One thing about Delina Exclusive is that you get the rose, you get the powdery notes, you get the lychee. I cannot overspray this. I love it, love the way it smells. I cannot overspray this because I feel like it gets too much. However, once it dries down beautifully, and it smells that way consistently through. Now, this on the other end, I can overspray this because the opening is not as rich or not as thick, so to say. However, the longevity on this for me is lower. You don't get it for hours on end. And once it starts to go in, you start to lose a little bit of that Turkish rose, which is what I really enjoy in this. So when it comes to if they do smell similar, I think yes. This is probably, apart from the Baccarat Rouge one, this is one that I would say it really does smell similar, but the way it performs and the way it sits on my skin, both of them, is a little bit different. If we're doing a good this or that, if you cannot afford this, I would definitely actually recommend this. If this is way out of your price range, I would recommend this. But while I'm recommending this, I'll be sure to let you know, they do smell similar, but it's not this. This is still different, and that's what I feel like a lot of people don't talk about. They smell similar, but you're not getting Delina Exclusive. You're getting a perfume that smells very similar, which is quite impressive to Delina Exclusive, but it's still not Delina Exclusive. So another perfume that smells similar or has been compared as a dupe of Delina Exclusive is Afnan Souvenir Floral Bouquet. I actually use this one quite a bit from what I can see. So this has rhubarb, it has lychee, it has bergamot, it has rose, it has vanilla, peony, lily of the valley, musk, amber, cashmere wood. Someone actually told me that this actually is more of a dupe for Delina and not Delina Exclusive. I don't have Delina, so I've smelled Delina before, but I don't have it, so I couldn't like wear it side by side to really compare. But I think the rhubarb in this is very prominent. The rhubarb is really like super prominent in this, while you do get the lychee and you get the peony and that it's a little soft. One thing I will say about this is the musk. The African in me jumped out. The musk in this is heavy, y'all. The musk, like the scent is really nice. You really get that lychee, you get the rhubarb, but the musk just overpowers it. It's super musky. I wish it was not that musky. I really do wish it was not, but that's what you get with this. It's super musky. It does have that Delina DNA for sure. It smells similar, I'll give it that, but I don't think it smells like Delina. I think it smells similar. It definitely does not have as much of the powdery feel like Delina Exclusive for sure, which is why I think it smells more similar to Delina. And I cannot give an side-by-side comparison because I've not worn Delina for a full day to give you longevity, but I will say the musk in this is heavy. So if you don't like musk, don't even think about it. I think that's why I don't wear it as much. The musk is too much. It's too much. Like some people like musk. So this is Exidolo Love and Crime. Look at how tiny that bottle is. Look at how way past halfway. This was the fragrance I got for my birthday. I love this perfume. It smells like the most delicious lemon ice cream cake. This has blood mandarin, pink pepper, star anise, sugar, floral notes, vanilla, and cacao. This is beautiful. You really get the mandarin. I used to think it has lemon, but I guess it's the mandarin. It really lingers. You get a scent bubble. I love this. And then I heard Lot Devotion by D&G has very similar notes, which then this was inspired by. When I smelled this, the first thing I thought was, this smells like Exidolo Love and Crime. So this is Shahu Elixir by Alapsir. This is one of those Arabian perfumes I smell and I'm like, this is on my top list when it comes to Arabian perfumes because this smells so friggin' good. This has top notes of lemon, candy and rum, middle notes of orange blossom, milk, base note of vanilla, benzoin, amber, and musk. So this is Shahu Elixir, and from the minute I got my nose and I'm like, this is one of the best Arabian perfumes that I smelled last year. You really get the lemon, you really get that candy, you get the vanilla, you get the milky part. It smells so sweet. Now the longevity is not great. After like 4 hours, it's gone. 4 hours is actually okay, but it's actually one of the affordable perfumes. I can say it's actually still affordable. Okay, the price is still good compared to others that the price really hiked up. This price is still good. So if you like this, or you like Ex Idolo Love and Crime, and you want a more affordable alternative, because this is really tiny and it's quite expensive, I think this smells amazing. Honestly, I have personally been reaching for this more than this. So if we were doing battle of the dupes, this actually definitely would win. And this is one that I see smells so similar, but I heard they weren't even going for this one. They were majorly just trying to go for the Love and Devotion from D&G, but I really love it. Thank you so much for watching my video to the end. I really do appreciate it. If you've not subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like, share. Thank you so much. Mwah, mwah, mwah.